might be a cop-out, but it just comes back to how early this asset class is. At some point, I do think that there will be a recession that's an inflationary recession where investors flock to something like a digital gold. Some will go to gold, some will go to a digital gold, and that right now would be Bitcoin if we saw an event like that. Now, whether that will happen, if I knew how to buy the bottom and sell the top every time that this market has moved, then I wouldn't be here. I'd be on the beach. But maybe you can show me the way after.
Yeah. You said something interesting about Ether and this sort of distributed platform from capital raising. And that's good on the way up, but a lot of people have been talking about this phenomenon on the way down, where a lot of projects have treasuries, have a lot of money in Ether, and then as the price goes down, they see their runway collapse, and then that forces further liquidations because they got to pay their developers, and then that reduces the runway for everyone else, and you have this spiral. Is that process real? And if so, how far along are we in that sort of essentially the opposite of the capital raise period?
I think everybody's trying to figure out the answer to that exact question. One of the things that we're working on at Messari is driving transparency standards for many of these projects that did raise money. And one of the key inputs there is, what does their ongoing treasury look like, right? You only hear about teams' treasuries after they're laying people off and they say, we have 12 months, we have 18 months. Right. And we've seen that with a few projects that didn't really manage their treasuries appropriately. Yeah. How pervasive that was and is, I still don't think we have a full grasp on. What I do think is interesting is, will this religious community of supporters that have developed around this Ethereum ecosystem, this is a pretty difficult battle that they need to overcome. Right. And are they really true believers that'll get through the trough here? Or will you start to see some defections to other more stable, well-capitalized projects that might start a little bit more centralized? EOS is a perfect example. DFINITY, Cosmos, which is another project, both are private now, but will come online in 2019. Will developers start using those other blockchains because Ethereum has gone so low and it's become insecure?
There was this talk, I remember 2017, 2018, that VC was going to be dead.
So I am going to continue to buy Ethereum because I do believe that although there's alternatives to Ethereum, they just mentioned it. They're not going to even be tested and live until 2019, and then there's going to be so many bugs and so many issues that I would still pay attention to other projects, but I do feel like because Ethereum has been able to move and is still the only blockchain out there with its with an actual live product, I wouldn't worry about it too much. And like I said, the price has corrected so much for Ethereum that I think it's a great deal and a great buy. But like I said, you could be buying into AOL or a falling knife. So be careful. I do feel like it's something important to pay attention to. And let me know your thoughts on this. And I will talk to you soon.